On the last episode of Marriott credit cards, we explored the credit cards that Marriott announced recently. On the last episode where we explored the new Marriott credit cards, I said that we should make a video comparing the best Marriott credit card, which is the Brilliant, next to the almighty Aspire, correcting the numbers for what they actually give you and not what they announce, which is very strange to me because both the Aspire and the Brilliant, they announce something different as multipliers and they give you something else. So let's see how that looks. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. There's really not many things we didn't say about the new Marriott credit cards. The only thing that's left, I think, is to compare the best of all those credit cards, which is the Brilliant to the Aspire. And I created some polls last week and I asked you about these credit cards. Most of you agree that the Brilliant is the best new Marriott credit card, but many of you don't like any of them. And I have to say I'm on that boat too. And we will see why. Without any further ado, let's jump to the presentation and come back to wrap it up. So when we're looking at hotel credit cards, I think it's important to understand what we're looking. It's not only the credit card itself, it's not only the benefits, it's not only what you're looking in any other credit card. It's the locations, how many properties they serve, and if they serve your specific needs. If that doesn't happen, then there's no point for me to tell you anything about these credit cards. Luckily, these are two of the biggest chains in the world. Marriott right now has almost 7,700 properties and Hilton has 6,200. So they're both huge. I mean, there's some difference there. Marriott is still the largest, but the difference is not crazy. Now, when we're looking at it's not crazy. It is kind of crazy because, yeah, I mean, if you add Hilton and Hyatt together, you still have less than what Marriott has all by itself. But whatever, you get the point. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the points value. I tend to give both of these credit cards half cent per point because this is my personal experience to the places I want to go, to the times I want to go. And I have here the points value of Hilton as 0.5, so half cent per point. And I have it with red because this is what it is. But with the Marriott, there's a good chance that you might get a little more. So that's why I have it with orange, because there's also that opportunity for some of you. For me, that was never the case, but whatever. But other than that, the main reason I am not a big fan of Marriott is how different the prices are depending on the device that you're looking. It's crazy. I mean, I know it happens in other companies too, but I've never seen such a big difference. And also I haven't seen such a big difference between the points value and the cash value. It looks like they want you to pay cash, period. And that started 2 years ago, at least 2 years ago. So this is not new. So when you add that to the new offerings in their credit cards, you see where they're going. I mean, it looks to me like they're canceling the rewards programs slowly. Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject. The Aspire right now has 150,000 points after spending 4,000 in 3 months. Incredible credits, $250 airline credit for incidentals, $250 resort credits, $100 property credit, a minimum 2-night stay at the World of Astoria, Conrad, etc. One anniversary weekend night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, without any limits on the categories. The membership is the diamond status, which is the highest. Lounge access is the priority pass. Up to 2 guests in restaurants. Multipliers 34x. Again, the advertised 14. If you go to the small letters, they do tell you that they give you 34 because, you're Hilton member, your diamond status. So why in the world, when you offer this credit card that gives you all that, when you apply for this, you're getting a Hilton membership, you're getting diamond status, so it's a guarantee. It's not like, if you have it, you can go up to 34 points. You're getting them. So why not advertise 34x and you advertise 14? I don't understand what's wrong with these people. I don't know. Whatever. 7x on airlines, rentals, American Express partner companies, 7x on restaurants, but that's US restaurants. Keep that in mind for later when we add everything together. 1x on everything else. Return on spend for the first year, 29%. The Brilliant, we have 150,000 points after spending 5,000 in 3 months. 1,000 more for the same nominal bonus. $300 dining credit. Again, let me remind you, this is $25 a month, where the previous card, the previous Brilliant, that product was giving you $300 Marriott credit that you could spend all in one stay, and now you have to have $25 every month for dining. $100 property credit, minimum 2 nights, same as the Hilton basically, and expensive hotels like the Ritz-Carlton. $100 global entry TSA pre, that's something that the Aspire doesn't provide. 1 anniversary night up to 85,000 points. This is a big improvement. It was 50,000 points, now it's 85,000 points, but at the same time there's a limit, and yeah, that's big. On the memberships, we're looking at Marriott Platinum, which sits right in the middle on the Marriott statuses. Now, it's improved than the Gold it was offering before. You're getting 50% more points comparing to the Gold. The Gold was 25% extra points, and this basically guarantees you an upgrade. At the same time, it sits under the Titanium, just above the Gold, and in the 5 memberships that they have, this is right in the middle. So it's not that great, but it's still very welcomed. Lounge access is the same as the Aspire, Priority Pass Select. Multipliers, 21x on Marriott, 3x on airlines and restaurants worldwide. This is the big difference here. The 7x restaurants in the Aspire is US, and the 3x on restaurants in the Brilliant is worldwide, which is big for me. Also 3x on rentals and 1x on everything else. And we're looking at the return on spend of 20%. Now, you don't need me to tell you anymore. You know that what happens in the first year is one thing, what happens in the second and every year after is another. And as always, we apply our imaginary budget of $12,000 equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries. And we're looking that after losing the sign-up bonus and only using what's left, the free night and whatever credit we have, the return on spend for the Hilton is 4.8%, and for the Brilliant is 3.4%. If I was to round these numbers up, this would be 5% for Aspire and 3% for the Brilliant. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want the difference to be even more obvious on the numbers. I wanted to give the benefit of a doubt up to this point. But let's see how they look next to each other. So we're looking for the first year with 29%. The Aspire is the best card, and the second is the Brilliant with 20%. And for the second year, 4.8 for the Aspire and 3.4 for the Brilliant. Hey guys, I just realized on the second year and every year after, I didn't add anything for the free night. So the numbers you see are not exactly right. They're a little off, but the result would be exactly the same. Keep in mind that the Aspire doesn't have any limit, so you could potentially get at least $450 value. And if we take the Marriott at 85,000 points, the half of that would be close to 450. So you can just add 450 in either one. That wouldn't change the result at all. It would improve the overall return on spend, but still the difference would be there. And the main purpose of this video is to see the differences between the two. I think the Aspire, we did the numbers before, is closer to 7%. I think it's safe to assume that the Brilliant will be close to 4.5. But that's all. Thank you. Now, I created a new slide because I wanted to make this a little more obvious, and I really want your feedback on this one because this is something new. I don't know if I want to keep it long term. You let me know in the comments down below if you like what you see here. I thought it would be helpful to get all the main categories that these credit cards provide. These credit cards compete directly. They are top of the chain, so it would be very helpful, in my opinion, to see all these things next to each other. So we're gonna do a point system. The green means winner, and this is 2 points. D is draw, 1 point, and L is for loser. 0 points. So we're looking at the free night first. 85,000 points with the Marriott Brilliant and no limit with the Diamond. So it's a clear winner. The Aspire is the clear winner. 85,000 points, as I said before, I did research and I found many hotels that I would like to stay that were over 100,000 points, and this is only 85. So even at the $650 annual fee, it doesn't guarantee you a free night wherever you want, but the Hilton does with 450. On the status, you have the Platinum, which is medium, on the Brilliant, and then on the Aspire is the Diamond, which is the highest they offer. I know many of you think that the Platinum is much more useful. I think that might be the case domestically in the US for right now, because this is a status that was not available with any credit card, but it is now. So I don't know if this worthiness gets diluted by being available with a credit card. So if you're a Marriott fanatic, a loyalist, and you're going to Marriott, you're gonna get this credit card, you're gonna get the Platinum. If there's too many of you, then it might get diluted, it might go down to a gold-like status. But for now, many of you think this is very important, and I agree, it does make a big difference, but still, it's right in the middle on all the statuses they offer, while the Diamond status on the Hilton Aspire is the best. Credits, we're looking total $500 credits the first year, and $600 on the Aspire. So you see the difference here again, $100 difference. Multipliers, I have them as draw, and let me explain. For this, I took all the multipliers, added them, then divided them by the number of multipliers. So that's how I get the average. The multipliers are 8 average on the Brilliant and 14 on the Hilton Aspire. But I gave them a draw and not a win for the Aspire because there's two things. One, the restaurant credit is worldwide, and the restaurant credit on the Hilton Aspire is US only. And then there's a good chance that you might get better value than just half cents per point with the Marriott system. So yeah, in the end of the day, this could be equal even though the numbers say otherwise, and this is my personal judgment here. Lounge access, we're looking at Priority Pass, it's exactly the same in both. So adding everything together, we're looking at the Brilliant, it has only 2 points, and the Hilton Aspire has 10. So I think that makes it very clear. You guys let me know how you like this kind of slides. I don't know if I'll keep it. I really want your feedback on this one. I'm not sure what the future brings for the Aspire, but it's crazy to me that the Aspire has been the same for the past 2-3 years at least, and it continues being the best credit card. I would say only the Platinum might be equally good, but the Aspire is really out of this world. I said it once, I say it again, Marriott should sue Hilton because that credit card is just too good to be out there. And I don't know where Marriott is going with this. Marriott is a long time where I see them declining both in points value and what they offer in terms of accommodations through points. Yeah, they're getting very diluted. I don't know what to say. I would never transfer points to Marriott nor Hilton, but at the same time, when I try to book something with Hilton, I find it to be more consistent than what it's on Marriott. Remember that both of these credit cards will improve your experience, and that's the big thing on travel credit cards. So you can't go wrong with either, but if I had to pick one of the two, it would certainly be the Aspire. Let me know what you think. Thank you. But that's all for today. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.